Good morning, Collective and Soul Tribe. Today is Thursday, January 15th. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far, despite the weather, okay? I woke up this morning and I looked outside, and I know they said that there was supposed to be a snowstorm, but child, I did not know it was going to be this bad. I looked outside and there's like cars stuck. It's not funny. It's kind of messed up, but I'm just laughing because it's just like, how does this always happen every year? Like I live in Canada. I'm born in Canada, and it doesn't matter how many times they mention that there's going to be a snowstorm. I feel like we're never prepared. Like literally I looked outside and like the snow hasn't been plowed. I don't see any plow trucks. I don't see anything outside where I am. I can't really speak for downtown Toronto, but I know for sure in Scarborough it's trash. Okay, it is trash. Okay, I used to live in Markham, like in York Region, and I noticed in York Region that they're organized. I don't know about now. I mean, I haven't lived in York Region since maybe my teenage years, maybe. So yeah, Markham is cleaner. They're more organized. They get ish done. Okay, I've seen plow trucks in Markham out there, like when I used to go to school at like 6 o'clock in the morning, because we would go out there and shovel the snow and stuff. So it's not even like, I don't know. I don't know. But be safe, guys. Be safe while you're out there. You know, obviously be careful because when you're driving, you don't know who's out there. But yeah, just, be careful, guys. Okay. But let's get started. Let's see what messages you guys might need to know for today. Okay, today is, like I said, January 15th. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 15th? Please give them clarity and understanding when they see this video or message. And please divinely guide them where it is that they need to be at this time. Even if you don't divinely guide them, at least give them the advice that they need to know at this time. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for January 15th? What messages do you have for the collective for January 15th, please? What do they need to know at this time? Okay, guys, so the first two cards that we have here in this reading is the Eight of Pentacles, okay? There is something about you guys when it comes to your skills, dedication, and even when it comes to accomplishments. You know, you guys are working on something or you're building something at this time. Now, you guys are dedicating to yourself to something that brings you comfort, and also, you guys are becoming an expert in your field, depending on, where you are right now, whether this is a job or, something that you do on the side. But whatever it is that you guys are working towards, there is a lot of dedication. There is a lot of progress, okay? Some of you may have your sun in Virgo. That could be confirmation for some of you guys. You don't necessarily have to have your sun in Virgo, but there is this energy of, the number 8. Maybe you guys are seeing 888, stepping into your power when it comes to your abundances, right? This is leadership and success. So being able to tap into that energy. Eighth house talks about, death and transformation. So there is something that you guys are working towards, that, it's bringing in some type of inheritance, or, you guys are building a legacy. Okay. But when it does come down to it, you guys are working really hard at this time, okay? For some of you guys, when it comes to Seven of Wands, you guys are standing up for what you believe or defending yourself, okay? Whatever it is that you guys are building or growing, you guys are protecting that, okay? Now, there is perseverance and determination, like I said. The main goal here is, dedication and determination. So when it comes to your courage, okay, for some of you guys seeing angel number 777, this is about spirituality, and this is about inner knowing, okay? For some of you guys receive clarity, intuitive insights, okay? Maybe you guys are learning something new that's giving you intuitive insights, but awakening your spiritual gifts could be confirmation and trusting in the divine. Okay, so trusting in divine timing could resonate for some of you. There is something about the 7th house that could resonate for some as well when it comes to your personal and close relationships. So when it comes to dealing with other people, okay, and your own interpersonal style, there is something about justice about you when it comes to, maybe you have to defend yourself all the time, or, maybe you guys are in spaces where people make you feel like you have to defend yourself all the time, okay? And for some of you guys are trying to move away from those type of environments, people, places, and things, okay? So Mars in Leo talks about action, and not only just action, okay? It talks about, the energy itself, okay? Because again, when you think of Mars, you think of aggression, you think of action, you think of, energy, okay? So for some of you that have that energy, Mars energy, Leo talks about being playful, leadership, inner child energy, right? There is something about you guys with Mars. There's something about you taking action in the energy that you're in right now. Okay, so keep persevering, you guys. Keep standing up for what you believe, okay? Your beliefs may look different from other people, and that's okay. But the difference with us is that for some of us that have different beliefs, unfortunately, we still can respect other people's beliefs, but unfortunately, other people may look at our beliefs and think negatively or something else, okay? And the reason why I'm saying this is because it doesn't even matter if you're making an honest living. I find it very interesting how a lot of people can cast judgment, especially in the tarot community. For some of you guys who do tarot, you may not see it, but I've noticed it too, where there is a lot of negativity about, people who do tarot, or people who, have dreams or prophecies, and, that are seers and things like that. Okay, I know that a lot of people talk down on divination and tarot, okay? So for some of you guys, you may have noticed this, or you guys may have gone through this for those who are working in that field. But you also have to remember that those who do not understand, unfortunately, they will always judge, okay? They will always judge what they don't know, okay? And for me personally, when it comes to people's religions, what they believe in, I don't care what you believe in. Like, I really couldn't care less. As long as you're a good person, you treat people the way you want to be treated, that's all that matters. But I've noticed in certain religions, when it comes to cards, tarot, divination, and things like that, it's frowned upon, okay? Spirituality is frowned upon because, again, it's more open. And obviously, having discernment and knowing better is obviously, the thing. But obviously, there are people out there who think that you cannot still believe in God, okay, and believe in the universe at the same time, which is very interesting to me, because the way that I look at certain things is, even if the Bible is saying one thing, I look at life from my own eyes and perspective a different way. So why can't I still, you know, be there for my community? Why can't I still do good things? Okay, but then at the same time, why can't I also question certain things that don't feel good to me as well? And that's where that, energy is, where some of you guys could be taking, leadership and standing your ground when it comes to this energy. Okay, so Spirit, what other messages do you have? Thank you, the devil, okay? So yeah, when it comes to oppression, okay, some of you guys, this could be addictions, things like that, okay? But when it comes to oppression, dependency, limitations, okay? For some of you guys, when it comes to materialism and control, Capricorn energy could be very significant, okay? Now, for some of you guys could feel like, you standing up for what you truly believe in, it maybe brings limitations, maybe, or even when it comes to obsession, there's something about you guys standing up for yourself as well when it comes to, greed, okay? So again, materialism is very significant. Breaking through those chains could be very significant as well. But there is something about temptation and material, okay? For some of you guys, there could be a situation causing you to, feel trapped or powerless because of material, okay? So this could be like a moving situation or a living situation. This could be a job. This could be anything, okay? But know that you can remove those chains. Know that you have the freedom to basically move forward to what your heart desires, okay? So if you are in situations that make you feel trapped, there's other ways that you can remove yourself from that situation, whether this is like learning something new, or going outside more, or, switching up your energy or switching up your scenery could be very significant. But you guys could be releasing people who you know, all they do is think about material gain, okay? And don't get me wrong, material gain is not bad, but there's a difference between wanting more for yourself, being ambitious, and there's another thing of having greed, okay? So greed could be very significant for some of you guys, okay? Dealing with people who are greedy emotionally, physically, monetarily, when it comes to like money and things like that. You know, take what resonates with that, but that could be confirmation. So Spirit, what other messages do you have at this time for the collective? Yeah, you guys are moving away. 8 of Cups, okay? You guys are letting go what no longer serves you. So Saturn and Pisces could be very significant when it comes to your responsibility and discipline, okay? Some of you guys are leaving something behind, or you guys are searching for your own truth. You guys are embracing change, and you guys are stepping into courage, okay? Again, the number 8 is coming up here when it comes to power and abundance. So for some of you guys, when it comes to your power and abundance, there is something about death and transformations that are very significant at this time with Saturn. Okay, so again, you guys are going through a transformation when it comes to being more disciplined. Okay, your intuition could be very, you know, heightened at this time. And there is something about blockages and burdens, okay, for some of you guys when it comes to Saturn energy. Now, for some of you guys are practical, reliable, also slow and steady wins the race, okay? There's something about your hard work and dedication that's showing up in this energy. The number 12 is very significant. Maybe some of you guys have Taurus and Virgo placements, but there is something about you guys working really hard and persevering, okay? Now, the number 12 talks about, for some of you guys, maybe you guys could be thinking about working in a hospital, or this could be about spirituality, helping people with addictions, you know, things like that, okay? Now, even when it comes to like fear, the subconscious, things like that, grief, some of you guys could have 12th house placements, right? And it's a lot to deal with, okay? Because this is unseen forces, okay? So you could be dealing with energies that are unseen, okay? We have the Hangman. So again, waiting, okay? Perspection. So some of you guys could feel like, you know, people may think that you lack direction, but because you listen to your intuition, that could be very significant as well. Your third eye could be activated at this time for some of you guys too. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? What else do they need to know? Thank you. For some of you guys are getting a lot of rest, okay? Or you guys are needing to rest. There's something about burning out or being burnt out that could be very significant for some of you guys. But yeah, you guys need to rest, okay? Or you guys are taking some type of rest, especially today with the weather. If you guys had to go to work or, you know, go anywhere and the weather is outside like this, maybe there's something about the present time where you guys could be wanting to rest, take time for yourself, okay? This is you unwinding, okay? But let's see what else shows up. So Spirit, what other messages do you have for the collective at this time? Even also somebody who maybe drinks a lot of coffee, okay? Somebody could be switching from coffee to tea as well. And this is also yin-yang energy as well. Okay, yeah, take a leap of faith. So yeah, some of you guys, when it comes to resting, you know, maybe you guys are releasing, like I said, letting go. So putting things to rest could be very significant at this time, even when it comes to dealing with certain people, places, and things. So take what resonates with that, okay? Future self at the bottom of the deck wanted to show up because, again, every time you take a leap of faith within yourself, you guys are helping your future self. So let's see what else shows up in that energy. So we have comfort, okay? There's something about your energy where when you're in a resting period, there's something about comfort, or there is something about people coming into your energy. They can feel like they can rest, or they can feel like they can relax in your energy because of the comfort that you bring, okay? So there is something about your energy that's very comforting, okay? For some of you guys, maybe you bring comfort, you know, in any energy that you step into, whether this is a home or a working situation. You guys bring a lot of comfort no matter where you go. Okay, for some of you guys are comforting. Okay, we have movement, and then we also have sweetness. Okay, so again, the color pink could be very significant at this time, and also the color green. Somebody might like the color pink, or there is something about unconditional love that's very significant. We also have death at the bottom of the deck, so we have transformations like I mentioned before. Okay, you guys could be going through a transformation, or there's something about you guys releasing, you know, basically releasing things that feel like oppression. Okay, like you feeling like people are trying to oppress you, or, you know, trying to oppress the collective, and that could be very significant at this time. Ooh. So Spirit, what other messages do you have? Thank you. Yeah, for some of you guys, your guides could be comforting you at this time, or your guides could be assisting you at this time, or, you know, supporting you. And again, a lot of people may not agree or, you know, believe it, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of times when people talk about, you know, tarot or divination and things like that, you know, some people are gifted and they do have dreams. They can see things, they have visions, okay? And sometimes it doesn't even have anything to do with loved ones or people that they know, okay? I get it. A lot of people have differences of opinions, and we have to respect everybody's opinion. But I saw a post the other day that said something about, you know, because this is about religion and spirituality, and they're two different things. And I saw something about, you know, someone saying that for people who have lost a loved one, you know, that's not, you know, your loved one that you're speaking with. And it's almost like, how are we going to sit here and tell someone what they see with their third eye, what they should and should not believe? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of wrong to, and especially with topics like that, which is very sensitive, I feel like it's wrong to say to somebody that, you know, what you believe in is wrong because I believe in this. And it's like, why can't people just open their eyes and see things from a bigger picture or perspective or point of view? It's like, I don't think people realize this, but religion also separates us as well. Okay, that is why when I say I don't care about religion, I don't care about religion, because you can still be a Christian, you can still follow the Bible, you can do all those things, and you can still be a horrible person. So where's the perspective in certain things in life, right? It's like you can't judge, okay? And what's bad to somebody else may not be bad for you, okay? Like, there's just different levels of perspective. But at the same time, it almost feels like, why can't people just respect people's opinions when it comes to what they believe in? Even if you don't understand why they believe what they believe, why can't it just be understood or just be respected? You know, even when it comes to like Muslims, right? I've met many people who have Muslim, you know, background, religion, what they believe in, okay? Because it's about what they believe in. And honestly, I don't see what the issue is. A lot of people have different beliefs, but how you treat me and how I treat you is what matters, okay? The soul will always recognize another soul, okay? A lot of people don't realize this either, but it doesn't even matter what you believe in. Your soul is what shows, okay? Like, if you have a good spirit, if you have a good soul, if you have a kindred spirit, or whatever the case may be, it's going to show, okay? So for some of you guys, you know, take what resonates with that. But the number 7 could be very significant when it comes to spirituality, okay? Inner knowing. Some of you guys, like I said, receiving clarity, okay? So we also have here storms, okay? So stormy could be very significant. You guys could be going through storms, okay? So movement, okay? Like I said, with the card movement, there is something about storms. The number 21 is very significant at this time. So for some of you guys, the number 21 will equal 2 and 1 is 3. So this is about your creative expressions, okay? How you create or how you express yourself could be very significant, okay? So we have boundaries at this time. Some of you guys could have boundaries when it comes to certain people, places, and things. And then we also have healer, okay? So for some of you guys who have boundaries, there is something about you being a healer, okay? Being a spiritual advisor, okay? Jealousy at the bottom of the deck. I don't really like to talk about negative energy, but Some of you guys, whatever it is that you guys are fighting for, and especially when it comes to the devil energy, like I said, you guys could be dealing with people around you where, there's jealousy. Okay, the number 5 talks about change. Okay, for some of you guys, people could be mad at you because of the fact that you embrace change. Okay, you embrace new beginnings. Now, for some of you guys that have certain placements in your chart, certain things may show up for you in your energy a little bit different than others, and that could be something where you have to be careful about other people's energies, okay, as a healer. Okay, so unfortunately, as a healer or a spiritual advisor, you will attract a lot of energies, especially if they're unnecessary. Okay, but there is something about your energy that's very significant. Now, something could be happening within the next days, weeks, or months, okay, depending on, everyone's situation. The reason why I said that is because we have cups energy, we have fire energy, and then we also have pentacle energy, okay? So cup energy equals days, excuse me, equals days, and then wands energy equals days to weeks, and then pentacles equals weeks to months, okay? So there's something about unlikely, okay, for some of you guys. Clarify unlikely, please. Be assertive, okay? So yeah, something about you guys being assertive at this time, especially when it comes to your energy. Now, for some of you guys, when it comes to unlikely, the reason why some of you guys may feel like there might be limitations is because of this energy, this mindset, okay? When it comes to jealousy and people in your energy, right? The reason why unlikely showed up is because there is something about you, like I said, with boundaries where, again, you guys are removing yourself from people, places, and things that don't serve you, okay? And with the new moon showing up in Capricorn for Aquarius season, like I said, there's something that you guys are dealing with that may feel like unlikely, like it may not happen. You feel like that it may not happen for you. But from what I'm picking up here, there's moon energy as well. So this is unseen forces, okay? There's something that you guys need to be assertive about, and there's something about masks that are very significant. Like, when people are wearing a mask or, wearing a facade, trying to pretend to be something that they're not, you guys could be dealing with people that are like that, okay? So let me see if I can get another card. So there's something about you guys being more assertive, okay? So Spirit, what other messages do you have? Thank you. Yeah, so being assertive when it comes to asking for help from other people. Okay, so again, like I said, this could be, like I said, your boundaries being up. Maybe you guys are not asking for help. So this is why the unlikely card showed up as well. There's something about you being assertive and asking help from others. But then there's almost like this unlikeliness of you may feel like maybe people won't help you, or you may feel like, you won't get the help that you deserve, okay, for some of you guys. And this could be from asking from help from other people. Now, there is something about you guys, maybe you guys have asked for help from other people, and there's this unlikeliness that people still didn't help you, or they didn't want to help you, okay? It's unlikely that you feel like maybe people might help you, and that's not true. It's just because of the environment that you're in. You could have people around you that are jealous of your energy, or they could just be very negative or low vibrational. Okay, yeah, take action. So yeah, there's something about you asking for help from others, but then there's almost like this unlikeliness that maybe it may not work the way you want it to. So because of that, you guys are taking action yourself and looking for a sign. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get some initials because I separated the charms to make it easier. Okay. So we have the initials X. Okay, maybe you have the initials X in your name. We have the initials E. That's significant. Okay, we have initials H. Okay. And then we also have initials O. Okay. Now, for some of you guys, these could be initials of someone's name, but I don't know why the word hex, okay, showed up. Okay, like, that's weird. Whoever's energy this is, okay, hexes could be very significant, okay, but take what resonates with that. I don't really like to talk about that kind of stuff. But if I am channeling the energy for the collective, which is very interesting because I don't really get this energy a lot. So whoever's energy this is, there's something about jealousy that's very significant, and especially when it comes to shadows. Okay, new life is very significant as well. Someone could be mad that you guys are moving into a new life, or just a new energy. Okay, a new beginning. Okay, so obviously take what resonates with that, but that could be confirmation for some of you guys. Okay. Also, we have here heart chakra. Okay, so when it comes to love, that could be very significant. Okay, someone might think that you put a hex on them. So even if you're not into spell work, someone may think that because you do divination, they may assume, oh, you're a witch and you did, spell work or magic on me or something. And honestly, if you can't stop thinking about somebody, 9 times out of 10, it may not even be spell work. I mean, those who do believe in spell work, it could be the case. But for those who don't do spell work, like they just naturally have that gift, they don't need tools to assist them. Sometimes it is good to use tools, but especially when it comes to like doing spells on people, which are you're not supposed to. Hexes could be very significant. Some of you guys could be, like I said, with the oppression card, you guys could be breaking chains or releasing yourself from, limitations and things like that. So that could also be part of the hex that you guys could feel like you guys went through, or the spell. Okay, but horses are very significant. We are in the year of the horse, so take what resonates with that. Okay, but we also have here gingerbreads. Okay, gingerbread cookies or gingerbread man could be very significant. Not sure why, but the movie Shrek could resonate for somebody as well. Maybe you guys watch a lot of Disney movies or shows or whatever the case is, but yeah, there is something about taking rest, rejuvenating yourself. And then once you do that, taking that leap of faith and moving forward. Okay, so some of you guys may resonate with this. Like I said, when it comes to going through storms and, dealing with certain, adversities, you guys have boundaries and you guys are healers. You guys are, helping other people heal or awakening them. And that could be confirmation. For some of you guys maybe watch divination videos, and those are the things that helped you awaken. Okay, so even if you were, someone who had a religion that you believed in, maybe there's certain things that you never got from that, right? When it comes to the tools that you needed at the time, maybe spirituality helped you, or, using tarot or divination or whatever the case is, right? But at the same time, we also have to be respectful about people and what they believe in. Even if you don't like it or you don't understand it, then don't say anything about it, right? I just find it interesting that people will leave people comments, negative comments. And it's almost like, why would you leave negative comments on someone's video or platform? If you don't agree with it, just scroll. There's a lot of things that I see online that I don't like, and I just continue scrolling. I'm not gonna, put that negative energy on someone else. It's not necessary. Okay. So, again, when it comes to having respect for people, their beliefs, their opinions, things like that, that could be confirmation for some of you guys. And I've dealt with that too, where people don't like what I post on YouTube or something. But at the same time, I've always left it with grace, and I've always told that person, look, you feel how you feel. That's cool. I may not agree with it, but cool, that's how you feel. But be respectful about what other people feel or how they feel, because you might not be the only person who feels like that. Okay? There's other people that might feel the same as someone else. So again, and I'm not talking about negative, opinions. I'm talking about opinions that are very educating. You can learn from somebody else, even if you don't understand why that person is speaking about that topic, but they're educated and there's certain points that make sense to you. But even if there's somebody who's an atheist, you may not agree with them because why? They're an atheist. It's like, come on, they could be still, speaking facts or spitting truth or whatever the case may be. So that is why when I say respect people's religions and beliefs, it's because you don't know what they know. Okay, they may think differently or believe something differently, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to come to the same goal, which is to get everybody to know who they are as a person, and not only that, believing in themselves as a person as well. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here, guys. Please take what what resonates with you. Thank you for watching my video up until the end. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for supporting my channel and my page. Like I said, guys, if you are going outside, or if you are traveling out there, please be careful. It is snowing where I am, so drive safe, be careful, and yeah, have a good day. Have a good Thursday. The time is now 10:10 while I'm ending this video, so angel number 1010 could be very significant for some of you guys. All right, guys, love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.